But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Thought I'd see you one more time again. Just a few things coming my way this time around. Thought I'd see you.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. It is 6:33. It is September 16th. It is Tuesday. Hope everyone is waking up. I've been up since what? 4:45 this morning. A lot of you guys already did the 20 at 5:20 with me. We just spent 20 minutes in the sauna, sweating it out a little bit, playing a little music, talking about yesterday, talking about the action, where we've been focusing. I also had a big golf outing yesterday with the CPRF Foundation, which is a foundation that connects communities together between the police and the communities and bridges, make sure that they're friends and know they're real people. And I don't know, it's been busy. But anyway, the market's been busy. So many nice setups. If you look for setups instead of looking for tops, you can make money. If you say this isn't going to end well just because stocks are up, that's not a trading plan. What's a trading plan? Putting together parameters to measure your risk, to get involved in names, and then stay with them with the tier system, which is what I've been doing for 30 years. Anyway, my name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. I'm the founder of Red Dog Mindset. And guess what? We're hosting an open house where you could join and you could spend the day and the rest of the week with me with the Alpha team. Hopefully, you've already signed up. If you didn't, you can still sign up. You can spend the day, you can spend an hour, a week, whatever it is. Do something. Anyway, market closed at all-time high yesterday. And hit another all-time high. And this morning, we're opening up $1.20. I've already started hearing everything. I've started hearing that they're going to sell the news no matter what the Fed does tomorrow. I'm like, okay, again, that's not a trading plan. What levels are you going to use? Are they going to push through and fail it? Are they going to bring it down first, up first? Can you handle your positions? How long have you been in your positions? What size are you in your positions? How many days up have your positions been? You know, there's so many different things to consider. That's why we get up at 4:45, and that's why we get prepared. So anyway, with that being said, every few days we get another name that pops back in that goes on my go-to list, from the C list to the A list, or the A list to the B list. I have my 40 names that I put together for the Alpha team, sometimes more, sometimes less. And, you know, last week, everyone knows, okay, Tesla woke up. Wow, what a wake up, right? Nobody knew, except for Elon's best friends, that he was buying stock, but you didn't have to know, right? You didn't have to know that what he was doing. So basically, what you did have to know is that, that 357, 355-ish was a big level. 367-ish was a big level. And this candle right there cleared a consolidation that's been going on since May 19th. Actually, a consolidation that's been going on since here. Look at this cup and handle pattern. Anyway, a lot of guys, I'm not going to make it like I, take all the credit here. There were a lot of really good traders out there that were focusing on this. A lot of guys got involved and made some good money. And if you use your day count rules, we bought here. I got maxed out on a call spread there. I went out and I took the 405 calls into the close, and then all of a sudden the news came out that that Elon bought stock. I was able to sell some shares. I was able to turn it into a call spread. So it hit a high of 425.70. So it actually even gave you a way to manage it. What do I mean by manage it? Anyway, remember Rocky? Manager, I want to manage you. I manage a lot of traders like Mickey did. But anyway, so into this move to 425, I trimmed some stock, I trimmed some options, and then I created a call spread. I sold the 440s for it and said, okay, I'm going to manage my trade. And then I went to the golf outing with my dad, who turned 81. All of a sudden, I'm teeing off with Allen Houston. Remember Allen Houston from the Knicks? He was there. It was awesome. And, I look and I'm like, oh, okay, Tesla pulled into 407. That was in late afternoon. What should I do? So I covered the 440s that I sold, and then I just went back to my straight calls, and then I added a little shares, and I just walked in, and Tesla's up $7. So now I'm trimming some of those shares, and I'll put some of the call spread back on, and now I'm managing the trade. But your go time needs to be created when that trade ignites. I try and train you guys for go time with the Red Dog mindset, which I've been doing for 30 years. So this way you don't get worn out in here when it's not going, so you can go back to that trade there. And obviously, if you're on the Alpha team and in my products, you see it live. We also had it as a power play. So congratulations. It's nice when things work out. They don't always work out, but this one worked out. So anyway, how did I play? I don't play golf. I just drive around the golf cart and I say hello to everybody. And, I'm a little tiny bit of celebrity status, just a little bit. And anyway, my dad had 3 cigars. My dad hasn't had 3 cigars in a long time. I'll post a few pictures on the signature hole. It's pretty cool. Pony, yes, Pony was a good trade. I've been talking to you guys about Pony in the 630 club for a long time. It finally, gave you a nice follow-through trade. Not even a follow-through trade. Remember here. So here, see, this is again how I this is what I do in the charts for the Alpha team. I frame trades, frame them, so this way you could stay with them and go with them. If you remember, right here you had like a day one when it got above this area. This is when that news on NBIS came out, and they're kind of in the same sector, not really. When I bought options and I bought stock, and guess what? In here it didn't go. I was like, all right, but guess what? It's going sideways. It's flagging above the 8-day. And then here, what I write? Pony is a name some institutions are accumulating, which is true. Last week, I did buy some stock and calls, which I did in here. I think for this to get better, it's got to hold 1460, which it did, above 1574, even better. So that's where you add another tier. And now this morning, it's not up huge, but another 1.6%. So Pony got to like 1720. That's how you frame a trade. That's a setup. But you guys know that. Most of you guys have been doing this for a long time with me. Anyway, so Kenny's back on. He's been doing the 2520. BBAI Pony's sister woke up. Some people in Congress bought it. Well, Congress knows what they're doing. They're the best inside traders out there. This is Big Bear. Okay, yeah, it's not doing anything great, but I guess it seems around. I feel like everyone was always looking for the sister, the cousin, the ugly cousin. Who the hell wants to be with the ugly cousin? I want to be with the leader. I want to be with the hot chick, not the ugly cousin. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, that was back in college. But yeah, there are things that move together as groups, but you tend to make more money if you go with the leading stock, not looking for the 3 or 4 that could do whatever the leading stock did. Kind of like IONQ. Like IONQ is the leading stock in quantum, right? This was the leading stock in quantum. Okay, I basically fed this to you guys a week ago, right in here, saying, hey guys, why don't you buy some $48 calls? Make sure get ready if you're a quantum person. And anyway, look at this move in the leadership stock. It took out this pivot, it took out that pivot. If you went for the ugly cousins, which I actually did also here, you have this one. The ugly cousin doesn't look as good. Did it get above the June area? Not every cousin's ugly. But anyway, and if they are, they're probably pretty inside or something. This one looks a little bit better. This one, coming back up. I think I'm in that one, to be honest. I'm not exactly sure. I have a bunch of positions I have to manage today. This was my focus, RGTI, which is, not a bad looking family member of the quantum. It's up above here. I would think this takes out 2142. But again, the leader is the one that you really want to be in. And that was right here, IONQ. But sometimes it feels a little easier to watch the leader and trade, the rest of the group off the leader, because the leader hopefully provides leadership. Good morning, Nugsy. I haven't seen you in a while. What up, Alan? Let's go, says CRWV is ready. Let's see. All right. Well, it's going sideways back above the moving averages. It rebuilt, touched them. What's this high here? This high is 124.90. Yeah, it looks all right. Looks like the active sequence that woke back up is okay. But it's not the easiest name to trade, because you have to have a lot of trust in this thing. What's it doing today? It's up 80 cents. All right, I want to talk to you guys about Microsoft. Microsoft, this is about like how you can go up and down your B list and C list and D list. Microsoft has been very tough since earnings. It gapped up, they sold it. It's been for sale every day. Every time it looks good, it fades. But then finally on Friday, it woke up and held. And yesterday here in the 630 club, I'm like, if Microsoft's any good, okay, it's going to hold. It's going to hold the 504, 504, 505 area, and maybe clear 512. So if you trade Microsoft and if you read my notes and you wanted to catch a nice 3-day trade, which could pay your bills, Microsoft was perfect. Look at Microsoft finally. Microsoft right here woke up. First time in a while it's stuck. Got above 504, went to here. Okay, this is your 512.50. Held in there. Hasn't done that in a while. Hasn't been above the moving averages in a while since getting sold after earnings. And then yesterday, if you were buying it on day one, remember I talked to you about day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. By day 7, if it's still up, it's a pain trade. You're crying how much you had on day 1. But anyway, if you bought 1,000 shares, which I teach you guys this, of Microsoft, because on Friday it woke up, you then could have bought another 500 shares red, right? Then all of a sudden it trades through the high of that day, 512.55. You add 500, now you're at 2,000. Goes up to whatever it is, 515. Then you sell what you added down on day 2. And then today it's up $2. You know, you get back down to small, maybe you get down to 500, and then you stay with the trade. So now you're at 517. You just held the stock from 505 to 517. You made $12 on Microsoft in a 3-day great active sequence. Those kind of things pay the bills. They do. So anyway, Meta has an event people are talking about, and they think it looks pretty good. It's looking better. Why is Meta looking better? Well, Meta is rebuilding. Some are long versus 743. That's how I frame the trade. Others looking to add if it can get above and stay above 7. This is what I wrote yesterday, and then I went to the Golf on 766.50, and it kind of did, and now it has room to 795. So that's how you frame trades and make a living. Not this is going to end well, or I'm going to be cautiously optimistic. Those are the people that talk on TV. Listen, I talk on TV too. I've been on TV since 2007, but this is my job. But anyway, Sam Stevens wants to know QS. QS has had a nice 3 days, looking pretty good. Looks like it's going to take out this 1068. I didn't love the way this trade. I actually lost money in QS, believe it or not. My buddy Fibonacci's grandson is killing it here. But anyway, looks like it's going to get above here. It's above the moving averages. To me, that was just a hard gap up. Came in too much. But yeah, it looks good. I've been making a lot of money in RR. Yes. Robotics. So this name woke up here, had a big move, came in, held the moving averages. This is where we got back involved. And now to me, I said, look, RR is a little name. We are in, which is true. I've been in it for like 2 weeks. I'm thinking go to 5+. Well, now it's got to get above and stay above 397 to get to 5+. So again, nice trade. So if you're managing a portfolio approach because the market's acting well, you're probably making a lot more money than not going to end well. And this one's been great. R is great. Armor says R is great. It's true. It's great. Wolf. I bought more in a dip yesterday. Okay, Wolf, hanging around. What did it do? It held the 8-day right here. Okay. I think we can stay with the Wolf and buy dips. If this wants to keep speed and momentum, it should hold the 980 to 1020 area. Well, it didn't get to the 980, held the 1020, and I bought more from the road. I called my trade desk. Pat, I love Tom Trade, all of you guys. I texted, I said, buy more Wolf. And there was like 10:05. Then I drive to a few more golf holes, talk to the DJ, talk to my buddy Glenn who's running it. And then like right around 347 or 350, I'm like, oh, look at that. It bounced back to 1050. Go back to the trade desk, take off what I added. Let me stay with what I have. And now hopefully this swing trade hangs here and crypto continues to get better. And if you look at the weekly chart of the Wolf, I would think this is going to get to 14 or more. It's holding above this area. This is 14. This thing was a major, major mover. And now I still think that it's a little underknown. Yes, Google's been great. I don't know where it is actually. ASTS is waking up again. I said that also. Yes, I have a lot of options on ASTS, but let's get to that in a second. Again, why are you always looking for the ugly cousins, Kenneth? Oh, you're talking about the other Wolf. Yeah, the one that got out of bankruptcy right here. Yeah, look at that. So if you play names that get out of bankruptcy, there's probably some room there. I get it. You're probably trading open also. ASTS, let's see. Yeah, waking up, turning the corner a little bit. I said it has some room to 42.50, maybe even back to 46. So I bought some options for Friday. I trimmed a little bit yesterday, but I'm going to stay with some. Some people still think that 61 is not the high of 2026, not 2025. All right, well, Kenny, you must come from a big family. You love the sisters and brothers. Anyway, you know what else? Woke up a little bit. I think Amazon's a little bit better. A little bit better. It went to resistance one yesterday and kind of got rejected here. We were buying a lot of options into this support, some 240s for 2 weeks from now, which I went over with you guys late last week. It'd be nice if it holds and sticks a little bit better today. But it was nice to have it up a little bit finally after this 3-day down move. That was kind of tough. Not really that big of a deal, but kind of tough. Bull. I don't know, that name's not really doing a whole hell of a lot. I tried it one day, got stopped out. Not much going on there. Joby, not much is going on there. What else is cooking? Oh, ETHE, I bought a little bit on the dip. Not the end of the world here. Definitely a little, not the easiest thing the way it closed on the highs and open lower. 36.79 is your new point of reference. Trying to hold the 8-day. Crypto tends to be a little bit loose and wide at times. Let's see what's it doing this morning. It's up 12 cents. Probably still needs a little bit of time. HUT won't quit. Gold is still cooking. Yeah, I'm in a call spread that I'm maxed out on. Gold definitely still looks good. I put this on as a power play, another great power play right here. Figured it would take out 317. I put on a call spread, and I'm just sitting in it. It's maxed out. And kind of managed it pretty well in here. Looks like it's going higher. Yeah, listen, there's a lot to like in this market. You have gold trending at highs. You have mega cap tech taking their turns at a certain point. You're having day ones lead to day threes and fours in a very tradable fashion. So hopefully you're getting up early, you're getting your mind right. You're not just having short on the brain, and you're making money. Anyway, somebody said grab. Yes, grab. It's been a great trade, and I haven't even focused on that at all. Look at this. Look at grab. Okay, remember I taught you guys about the dash from Europe? Well, look at this weekly chart of grab. Beautiful consolidation sideways since 2024, got above it. Finally, grab cleared the weekly channel. We have some calls, which I have. I trimmed a little bit into the move. I still have about more than a third. Last week's high is 603. I think we could see 740-ish in the week ahead. Why? Because that's this spot and then maybe even this spot. But it's on its way. It's something that went from the D list to the B minus list because it doesn't move so well, and get some options on it. Anyway, it's 650. Guys, sign up for the Alpha Team. Why not? You get to come in the room for free for 4 days, spend 1 day, 2 days, whatever it is. Don't be a cynical jerk. Don't, be obstructive because we're going to kick your tushy out of there. Everyone in there is an awesome individual that tries to make sure that everyone is on the right page. We put news, we put setups. If someone is a little bearish or something shows relative weakness, we'll trade a level versus saying this isn't going to end well and you guys are a bunch of momentum monkeys. No, we're calculated technicians that trade for a living. Sometimes we're in names for 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 3 hours, 1 to 3 days, 1 to 3 months, depending on how special the sequences, and sequences change. So we use a tier system, we use our day count rules, and we get ourselves mentally prepared. Anyway, thanks for tuning to the 630 Club. Make sure, by the way, to subscribe above. If you don't subscribe above and you're not a member of any of the T3 products, you're probably going to lose access to the 630 Club in the months ahead. For $10 a month, that's all it is for the Red Dog mindset. That's not even 40 cents a day. This thing cost me $4.40. Anyway, later, guys. I appreciate you.